What's good? I would like to play the music here, but then they copyright and all that stuff, and then I don't get any money, even though I'm already shadow banned. And I know why I'm shadow banned, because I'm speaking the uncomfortable truth. And that has always been my motto, my brand has always been me. What up, Reese? What up? What up? So I'm shadow banned like crazy. And I know that because when I first went live on YouTube, I had over 100,000 views. They took my money away from that. So now I'm barely getting pennies. But it's cool, because my word gonna get out there regardless. Organic is the best way, even though I literally, people, they're shadow banning me. I should have way more followers, way more views. But yeah. But it is what it is. But I was supposed to do this on Sunday, my political recap. But we end up going to the voter barbecue scam that they started already. It's, at Will Hall's church, pastor, politician, R&B singer, actor William Hall, the alderman of the 6th Ward, St. James Community Church. They say he was supposed to be in there speaking, but I guess he couldn't make it because he was enjoying his summertime shot, which I get it. Thank you, Reese. I appreciate that. And Jesse Jackson Jr. Is running for U.S. Congress. This is how I know that they think this generation really stupid. They think we really stupid. Real stupid. Like borderline retarded at this point. They say he making a house comeback, exploring Illinois 2nd District. Jesse Jackson Jr. He stole $750,000 in campaign money and landed in prison. Now he's back up out here, going for a second round. Jesse Jackson. That's wild. It's really amazing. This is how you know that the political system is broken, especially on the Democratic side, because it says former Rep. Jesse Jackson Jr. is exploring a comeback in Illinois' 2nd Congressional District after more than a decade out of office. Well, it's not exploring anymore. He's in the race. And he did a 2-year prison term. It says Jackson, the son of civil rights leader, Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., a piece of shit, and his brother, also a piece of shit, Jonathan Jackson, was a Democratic rising star who served in Congress 17 years before stepping down in 2012 due to health reasons. Who was a rising star? A federal conviction for campaign finance violations and prison time followed for him and his then wife, Sandy, a former Chicago alderman. So she was stealing from stateside, from city side, he was stealing from stateside. And now, as working as a commentator line to people, he's now talking to residents and still lying about another run. And he says that it was motivated by Donald Trump's mega bill, the big, beautiful bill that was signed into July 4th. He said he also has caught the attention of disgraced Bobby Rush, a coon, who said that he would give voice to the marginalized and the forgotten American citizens of the 2nd Congressional District. The district stretches through Chicago's south side, once a stronghold for Jackson, and into the suburbs. The disgraced Robin Kelly, she's now trying to run as U.S. Senator. She held that seat since 2013, doing absolutely nothing. That's what they're doing. Now, several notable names have said they're entering the March Democratic primary, including Senator Robert Peters, who's a piece of doo-doo, management consultant Eric France, policy expert Aldell Regis, Democratic Cook County Commissioner Donna Miller. But Jackson, Rush said, would be the most qualified and ready-made of all the candidates. Bobby Coon Rush is still giving out political advice. That's what I'm talking about. This is an embarrassment if y'all even think that this is like okay. Like real talk. Like you have to have your brain examined. You have to be an absolute moron to think that Jesse Jackson Jr. should be anywhere near a congressional seat. Like honest. I just want to know what because right here, and I'm pretty sure my man has had Jesse Jackson Jr. has had a nervous breakdown. Okay, I've seen him crash out at the Waymaker event with Louis Carr. Louis Carr has this this men's summit for black young boys and men, and he usually has some good speakers. Like last year, he had young Dro. He had Kyrie Irving, but he brought this man and Youssef, and they were in there talking about, telling the men that they need to vote for Kamala. It's their only choice and all that stuff. But see, he was working hard and pandering to them young men because he needed her in office because Biden wasn't going to pardon him. So he went to Kamala said, we already getting, BET, they don't put all this money in BET to scare people with the project. 2025, he was in there talking to them boys about the project 2025. I mean, he was working hard because he I just know, once Kamala get in, I'm going to get pardoned. And as you see, Kamala lost badly, terribly. And he never got his pardon. But Jim Crow Joe Biden made sure to pardon his family, his crackhead son, and Dr. Fauci. He left this nigga to fiend for himself. And what did he think about doing? I'm coming back. That's wild. It's a wild boy. It's a wild boy right here. Now this right here, it's a smooth ass Jesse Jackson right here. This was the swag Jesse Jackson Jr. right here. Jesse Jackson right here. Then he did 2 years in prison and came back with a duck face. I don't know who's giving it better, him or his brother Yusef. But either way, the Jesse Jackson Jr. family needs to be destroyed. Destroyed. They shouldn't have a political say. They shouldn't have a community say. They have never cared about anybody but themselves. But themselves. But themselves. And anybody that is vouching for any of these people to run for office can't be trusted. Ain't no way in the world you think we're going to do this revolving door of nigga politicians who don't do shit for the community to put them back in there to help y'all with y'all bullshit ass needs, which really not nothing because y'all don't care about the community. Like, why would y'all think that we put him back in? His daddy wasn't shit. Why would we put this man back in a U.S. congressional seat? Why would Black Chicago do that? Why would Black Chicago do that? Why would the South Side of Chicago do that when they went and stood with some illegals? Why would we do that? Huh? Why would we do that? Let me see if I can find this pictures. Yeah. Why would we do that? Huh? I know Jesse Jackson want to die so bad. I know he want to die so bad. But the devil, since he's a devil, he got to get this. He got to get, you ain't been shit and you will never be shit. And you passed it down to your sons, who also are some shit. This was just this summer, like a couple of months ago. It wasn't out there for us now. Let me get a better copy of this. I need y'all to see. It's kind of blurry. I need y'all to see. And I need y'all to see this. Now, why? This was just, let me give y'all the correct date, because I don't want them to say, no, this is we're locking on. We're locking on. The target boycott continues as civil rights leaders, clergy, and more lock arms at Chicago rally. That's how they sound, right? When they want to try to get some, we're going to lock arms. This was published June 12, 2025. And who else do we have? Yeah. June 12, 2025. Today is what, August 12th? August 12th, 2025. The Rainbow Push Coalition grift continues. I just want to know. I just want to know. Look at Jamal Sassy Bryant with Yusef Sassy Jackson. And then there's their gay assistants and videographers and content creators over here. They always got to keep them up. They always got to keep them up. All baddie. And you know, they always got to keep around too now. This gangster right here. This gangster right here. Father No Good Ass Flager. Father No Good Ass Flager. Father Flager know exactly about the Sandpiper and that government-run grocery store on my land. Ain't that right, Father Flager? Mr. Buy Your Gun, Mr. Gun Buyback, Mr. Stop the Violence. Yes, Mr. Voice of the Negroes. He speaks for us. He speaks for us. Selling out our community, buying everything in the name of what? It's big business, right, Father Flager? Take advantage of our young boys. Because we ain't got nothing else. Y'all done took all the resources out of our community. Yeah, I don't want them to do anything else. That's why they out here experimenting with their sexual orientation and their sexuality. They experimenting with their sexuality because they don't have nothing in the communities. In the name of oppression, in the name of systematic racism. Who's keeping the systematic racism going? Who keeping the systematic racism going? Who keeping the systematic racism going? People like Father Flager, Michael Flager. I'm gonna do a special Famous Friday on Father Flager. I'm Catholic, born and raised Catholic. So we're gonna get into it with Father Flager. But I just want to say this is y'all go and get this piece of white shit to stand with y'all pieces of black shit and try to tell us what we need in our motherfucking community while y'all stealing all the money. Yes. That part, he is part of the problem too. Okay. Now, I'm going to go on to the political recap, but I just want to let y'all know that I will be starting a I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do a read along, I guess what you call it. We're going to read chapter for chapter because I think that it's time to bring this book back out, especially with the midterms coming and game is on. You know, the sheet has came off. The sheet has came off, and everybody is, you know, true colors are really on. You know, the true colors have came out. When it came, we already knew it was BS. You know what I'm saying? But they still, you know, some people still, a lot of people ain't even bring, they in denial. They in denial. That's why they hate to say, well, neither party never cared for us. You're right. Neither party never cared for us, right? Whatever you say. So we'll be reading this. This is going to be a nice read along. Okay. So we'll be working on this because we need to read this together. We need to bring this back because since y'all want to recycle this BS that the Democratic Party always done because they have nothing else, to work on because they are the biggest thieves and scammers and pedophiles and rapists and all that. And then my man right here, his daddy, he think he can circle back and run for a U.S. congressional seat, and he gonna get it. My man won't even meet him with us, and I still got these that was in the sandpiper lounge when they was coming in there telling us who to vote for. Jesse Jackson was giving brochures out with personal endorsement choices. He's in here, but I got to protest Rainbow Push every time they got some BS over there or Brandon Johnson runs over there. But y'all can't sit and meet. That's crazy. All right. Now, let's get into it. Now, I know that y'all letting these people, these politicians, these organizers, these progressive scammer organizers tell y'all things like Trump is taking Medicaid. Trump is taking snap. That's what they're saying. That is what they're saying. Well, now SubX was the first people to discuss it. That it was a line over there in Humboldt Park. That is Jesse Fuentes' ward. Jesse's girl. He first reported SubX. It is a line, never in the line. But Block Club Chicago, they wanted to make sure that they confirmed it. Logan Square, Humboldt Park, Avondale. It's the 26th ward. The never-ending line for benefits is back, with some illegals sleeping outside to get a spot. Many who came to Chicago 3 years ago from the southern border that Biden, hold on, maybe y'all forget about who Biden is. We gotta get that. We got it. I'm gonna put my favorite picture up of him. My favorite picture. Yes, y'all savior. Y'all king. Y'all black slaves on a Democratic plantation king right here, man. Because sometimes y'all forget. You know, it's like y'all get real, y'all got selective amnesia when it comes to y'all Jim Crow Joe Biden. So we're gonna just put it out here. I'm gonna have this right here. So that man right here, and Robert Byrd, yes, right. So immigrants who came to Chicago 3 years ago from the southern border. So 3 years ago, who was our president of the United States of America? Joseph Biden. And there were some executive orders that President Trump had put in place. And when his first day he came in there, he rescinded all of the executive orders and told all these people to come over. Yes, not Trump, not the Republicans, not Abbott, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Yes, because I know y'all be forgetting. All right. Are camping outside after a state program that offers health insurance, food, and cash assistance reopened enrollment at the end of July. A state program? Okay. Straight program. A state program. And that line is packed. It's big, man. I mean, it's something like you've never seen before. Something like you've never seen before. But Trump is taking away Medicaid and taking away food stamps. But for some reason, the illegals in Humboldt Park on a recent Wednesday, a mother of four named Lita waited for more than 7 hours to speak to a state caseworker about reviewing her social service benefits. Lita, who is from Afghanistan and has lived in suburban Skokie for more than a year, said she hoped to renew food stamps and Medicaid benefits for her 4 children, and her husband. After 2 failed attempts to get benefits at the facility, she went back for a 3rd time at 2 a.m. with a small camping chair and a blanket. The line was too long, so I went back home, but I came back at 2 o'clock this morning. Lita, who was asked not to share her last name out of fear that it could affect her benefits application. My kids are sleeping in a car, and it's hard. There's no bathroom. The school cafeteria worker is one of many immigrants who have started to again queue up outside Humboldt Park's Illinois Department of Human Services office. Newly arrived illegals were waiting in a long line at the facility seeking cash for groceries, rent, and medical bills. Many were applying for benefits through the state's Victim of Trafficking, Torture, and Other Serious Crimes programs at the start of this year. The line as the state program enrollment closed in the busy intersection of North and California Avenues was West. Now the line is back. IDAHS is diligently working with our Illinois Welcoming Center partners to get the word out that individuals and families do not need to apply in person, and to share information on how they can apply online or over the phone. If individuals and families prefer to apply in person, they may do it at any family community resource center. Agency officials have conducted briefings with shelters and city nonprofits working with illegals, translated resources, and are using social media to help people apply for benefits online. We recognize that people moving out of shelters may lose touch with service providers, so we're exploring additional outreach strategies to reach those in more permanent housing as well. Ooh. Staffing models are regularly evaluated, and we are exploring additional strategies to improve efficiency and reduce wait times. Officials are arguing new arrivals and asylum seekers applying for or renewing their benefits to do so online by calling the helpline at 1-800-843-6154 to speak to a caseworker instead of waiting in line. We understand that seeking benefits can be a stressful and unfamiliar process, and we're working to help clients navigate the system more easily, especially for those who may be unfamiliar with online or phone options. The spokesperson said, adding that the agency welcomes community input and ideas, improve access and dignity for those lining up for services. The Humboldt Park location is the only state family resources center site that has seen an influx of new arrivals and long lines for in-person visits, in part because of how many immigrants applied there last year. The officials served about 120,000 people from January through early December of last year, double all of 2023. Davy Contreras, spokesperson for the Illinois Department of Human Services. The surge is also due to the agency's Special Units Office, which manages many of the new arrivals applications that is co-located at the site. Officials also seen the same people return to the site to check on the statuses of their application, although that is not necessary and does not speed up the process. Applicants who spoke to Black Block Club recently said last year they were told to come back to check on their application or wanted to speak to the same caseworker they previously communicated with. Illinois has so far spent $670 million assisting illegals. Now, we're going to talk about it. It was billions of dollars. But y'all can keep with the $670 million because maybe that's the only thing that y'all can account for. So we'll say that. But it was billions. That's why we're in a $1 billion deficit, but we're actually in more than $1 billion deficit. But we'll stick with the $670 million. You know, since the wave of migration in the summer of 2022, and officials said they are continuing to assess efforts and improve services, especially amid ongoing federal uncertainty and the related loss of critical resources. I thought Medicaid and Trump, first of all, I thought they wasn't getting none of this. That's number one. We're told that the illegals, they don't even get Medicaid and stuff like that. That's first lie, right? Then the second lie was that that illegal immigrants, illegal aliens pay more taxes than we do. But y'all is in Humble Park. Humble Park, baby. Whether you like it or not, these buses are going to keep coming. Whether or not, these buses are going to keep coming. Yes. Yes, yes. And y'all gonna question my political beliefs. Y'all gonna question my political, why I voted the way I voted. And I studied this while I was down there fighting, still fighting for them to give me my family's money. At this point, they're not going to give me my family's money because they don't want me to have no money to really put this out here and really show people because it's midterms. So they're going to hold out as much as possible. So I have no choice but to call on my president of the United States of America that I voted for. I voted for President Trump because I need him to settle this case. The city of Chicago unlawfully demolished my godfather and mom's building. My mother put $800,000 in that building. Somebody gonna run me my mother money back. My godfather paid that off in 1993. They didn't take no second mortgage out, no reverse mortgage, all that equity, all that. Y'all just knocked it down. And y'all think that me, and my family gonna have to eat this while y'all taking care of some illegals. Some illegals? Humble Park. Humble Park. Humble Park. Humble Park, y'all. Y'all found all the money for the illegals. But I can't get compensated for y'all violating the 5th and the 14th Amendment by knocking down my family's building. Trump ain't do this. The Republican Party ain't do this. It was Democrats. And my mother's hometown. Her hometown. And y'all think I'm just about to just be like, that's just how Chicago is. That's just how Chicago is. Oh, okay. Now, Jesse Fuentes It's all the partisan, all the woman pronoun, whatever, a piece of shit. 26th Ward, Alderman Humble Park. Whether you like it or not, these buses are going to keep coming, Jesse Fuentes. This is in her ward. This is in her ward. They getting their benefits. They getting their benefits. See that line wrapped around. They say it's like a party. You see that? It's like they waiting for Jordans. Like how y'all be wanting to wait for Jordans. They waiting for you. Benefits on our tax dollar, but y'all won't settle my mother's case. Y'all took her voucher away. Y'all gave her, y'all giving her $80 y'all giving her $80 in food stamps. While we got a federal case sitting over there in federal court for millions. I'm a million. My family's a million. Y'all, we got everything to prove that y'all were in violation. But y'all ignore me. Ignore my mother. But this is Humboldt Park. These are the benefits. This is all the people in line to get benefits by tax. But y'all won't settle my family's case and let us go on with our lives and do what we need to do. So I had to build Chicago Flips Red. My account stay overdrawn because I gotta pay 2 storage. We're paying 2 storages. I'm sleeping on the floor. I done hit rock bottom. Trying to keep a positive attitude, trying to keep my mental right. But look at this line. But Trump is the problem. No, Trump. We don't need another dollar. We don't need anything. We don't need anything. Anything. Until we get a forensic audit in each department and send the National Guard in, because these kids is reckless, and the kids is reckless because people like Jesse Jackson, Rainbow Push, Reverend Meeks, Father Flager, all them sellout politicians, pastors, all them have taken all the resources out of our community and decide to have sex with our sons, have sex with our daughters. And y'all worried, and y'all trying to figure out why Sexy Red they listen to Sexy Red and all this stuff and they talking about pills and everything, and this, what they rapping about. They rapping because look what they got. Look what they got to cope with. That's what they got to cope with. They don't have no mental health resources because the pastors, the priests, the community leaders, the politicians, they all have sex with the kids. Y'all trying to block me out. Y'all shadow banning me, all this, because I'm giving y'all the uncomfortable truth, but y'all still won't settle my family's case. But you got Puerto Rican king princess right here, Jimmy Neutron, all the person, Jesse Fuentes, making sure 26th Ward got what they need. They found a state because she real buddy with our Attorney General too, Kwame Raoul. Now she know where Kwame Raoul is. She can call Kwame Raoul anytime. Kwame Raoul gonna pick up for Jesse Fuentes. He gonna pick up for Jesse Fuentes. They can find some state money for Jesse Fuentes in the 26th ward. Cause they can find some money for them over there. But when it comes to us, they ain't got nothing for us. However, Jesse Jackson Jr. for U.S. Congress. It's wild. It's wild to me. Meanwhile, over in the 6th ward, with pastor, politician, R&B singer, is going to throw barbecue number 3 on the south side or wherever while y'all start right here. The Chicago Black Voter Project, Black Voter Barbecue number 3, come out for a conversation about building Black political power in Chicago. Across the west and south sides, we're going to feed you some chicken and we're going to get your information. And we're going to hassle you and lie to y'all about Trump doing this, and that. He's taking away Medicare. He's taking away SNAP. He's taking away everything. We have to fight back. Violence is down. Violence is down. Crime is down. Even though even though violence is down, y'all. Violence is down. Violence is down. That's what they told us. That's what they told us in that barbecue. And that barbecue voter scam. Barbecue voter scam. I'm starting to see all these people that ain't shit all linking up together. And they hate to see Chicago flip red come. They hate it. They hate it. Because y'all out here selling a lie and a narrative to these babies. Y'all literally out here lying to these kids. This right here, they got y'all over here lying about that. I got a whole case. Ain't none of these community leaders, ain't none of these torture survivor people and all these organizations, ain't nobody came and stand on my side when it came to the city of Chicago unlawfully demolishing my building. But it's Trump's fault. We have to attack Trump. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't, because Biden can't do nothing. Biden never cared. Biden never cared. This is when we was in there. Let me screen record this, because this was inside of Will Hall's barbecue voter scam. He didn't make it there. You know, they say he was supposed to make it there, but they say he didn't make it there. Probably somebody called and let him know that we pulled up, you know what I'm saying? And he had to stay wherever he was, lying to the people over there.
Look.
Look what he's having at his church.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. I thought when you was you can't.
Yeah, hold on.
You could
do it again.
I mean, politics
Rainbow
and,
Push, Jesse Jackson. I mean, Jesse Jackson do it.
Okay, and
yeah, it's on our X page. But you know, a little bit of photo in there, a little bit. Oh, it's St. James. St. James Community Church.
y'all be so
Pastor,
don't have a lick of godliness in them. That's something. Religion, you gotta look.
Look what he's having at his church.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. I thought when you was you can't mix politics in a church when you were getting money from the city to do this, right? Do you suppose? I thought they were supposed to be. Oh, I really thought that when you are getting money from the city, that you couldn't mix politics.
Rainbow Push, Jesse Jackson. I mean, Jesse Jackson do it.
Okay, and all these major churches do it. All these churches do it.
You gotta keep it going.
They allow Brandon Johnson to come in and lie in the
Yes,
Chicago
corrupt
Black
preacher
Voter
kid,
Project.
Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, I didn't know that you can do this. I didn't know you could mix these two together.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And then you call it a Black Voters Project. What about the white voters? What about the Hispanic voters? What about the Chicago voters? Oh, okay.
Right, the business voters.
Okay, so you want to concentrate on the Black voters. Okay. Okay. Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Oh.
They tell us how.
Yeah. And this was just a tragedy to see. It's crazy, man. Jesse Fuentes, please donate to the mission. We got to keep it on. We have to show what's going on because they're not going to. They're going to continue to lie to you. And they're already starting with these weird barbecue scams. It was too mad we came in there. I was really mad because, see, Danielle can poise. She can hold. She don't have to go off. She don't have to raise her voice. See, me, I've been seeing the bullshit for so long and so pissed off. Oh, yeah, Brian Cicho Lopez, he be stealing tip money, but he out here trying to see if trying to see where this is right here. Oh, yeah. So this was crazy, too.
Another one.
When you see this,
Black people, y'all gotta be better. Don't make no damn sense. What's your name? Another one. Doing black people, y'all gotta be better. Don't make no damn sense. What's your name? You were on shoulder. Right shoulder. Left shoulder. Damn, we got to do better. Another one. Another one. Doing black people, y'all gotta be better. Don't make no damn sense. What's your name? You were on shoulder. Right shoulder. Left shoulder. Damn, we got to do better.
now they shooting up elders. They shooting up elders, and no national news. No national news at all. Now Trump is a white supremacist and a racist for him saying that he is going to bring National Guard in because we need it. We need martial law. I've been saying this. However, they're going to say no, but them seniors getting shot. We have 4 mass shootings in a month. Them seniors, and Brandon ain't talking about it, Pritzker ain't talking about it, but they're talking about how much of a threat Trump is. These people right here at William Hall's church, the Lion-ass church, they're talking about Chicago Black Voter Project, the Black Voter Barbecue #3, and talking about violence is down. They put all things, but they're in there lying about violence is down, and they, and to bring Chicago home, and this progressive and this administration and these organizers, these hunger strike organizers are the ones who got it down. Ain't nobody doing a hunger strike for the violence. Nobody. Meanwhile, in 26th Ward, the 26 volts. They found benefits for the illegals in the 26th Ward. In the 26th Ward, they found benefits for the illegals, while the 6th Ward is giving y'all barbecue and telling y'all to fill out these forms so they can get your name, your street address, your ward, your phone number, your dates. Knock doors and have conversations. That's Saturday, August 16th, Saturday, August 30th, Saturday, August 23rd, September 6th, and September 13th. If these people knock on y'all door, do not answer and do not give them your information, because this is not for us. This is a waste of time. Okay? This right here, they get the benefits. And the crazy thing about this is, the crazy thing for me is when you read it, it says many were applying for benefits through the state's Victims of Trafficking, Torture, and Other Serious Crimes program. These people came across the border because they opened the border up and just let them come through. What torture, trafficking, or other serious crimes program were they're in that our tax dollar is paying for them to get benefits? But when it comes to the elders and the seniors, they are getting they stuff stashed away. My mother's down to $80 in food. If it wasn't for my group and me and my younger sister, how would my mother be eating? $80 for a whole month? But y'all gave thousands of dollars to these people. Y'all giving them everything they get, a place and everything. I'm sleeping on the floor. They trying to keep me so oppressed. They try to keep me oppressed in this city by not settling my cases that have all the evidence, everything to show, because they don't want me to have no money because they already know what it is. This is the Democratic Party, the Brandon Johnson administration, the same administration that talks about how messed up these people are in D.C. Nah, y'all are the kings. That's crazy. Look at that line. I see you, Jesse. Jesse went there and said, you know what? I'm going to make sure that they get whatever they want. Where the black and brown at? Ain't nobody talking about no black and brown no more. Ain't no black and brown no more? Y'all done found a whole nother, let me see what this is. Victims of Trafficking, Torture, and Serious Crimes Program. Let's look at that. Let's see. Victims of Trafficking, Torture, and other serious crimes program. State of Illinois. Let's see. It is called Victims of Trafficking, Torture, or Other Serious Crimes. So this is on the DHS State Illinois US page. It says cash and food assistance for non-citizen victims of traffic, torture, and other serious crimes. Illinois Public Act 099-0870, the Survivor Support and Trafficking Prevention Act, indicates that foreign-born victims of trafficking, torture, or other serious crimes and their derivative family members may be eligible for cash and food assistance when they have applied for or intend to apply for a T or U.S. visa or asylum. This policy memo clarifies the citizenship USCIS status verification that are required at initial applications and 12-month reviews. Cash and food assistance under the Victims of Trafficking, torture, and other serious crimes VTTC program may be provided for 12 months or for a longer period if certain criteria are met. Now, my mama can't even get, she can't even get nothing. To qualify for VTTC, cash or food assistance, or at least one individual in the household must have filed or prepared to file for a non-immigrant. You see that? Or is preparing to file. You don't even got to file yet. You could just be preparing to file for a non-immigrant visa, a non-immigrant U visa. So they got non-immigrant T visa, non-immigrant U visa, or a formal application for asylum. Individuals who meet citizenship USCIS status for VTTC benefits must meet all other financial and non-financial factors of eligibility. Required verifications. The applicant is not competent, a representative of the applicant must provide as verification the following: a sworn statement that he or she is a foreign-born victim of trafficking, torture, and other serious crimes, and at least one item of credible evidence, including but not limited to the following: police, government agency, or court records or files, news articles, documentation from a social service agency, advocate, legal entity, domestic violence or rape crisis center, documentation from a clinical, medical, or other professional from whom the applicant or recipient has sought assistance in dealing with the crime, a statement from any other individual with knowledge of the circumstances that provided the basis for the claim, physical evidence, a copy of a completed visa application, or written notice from a federal agency of receipt of the visa application. Hold on. My phone. Plug this up. I didn't know it was gonna be. I decided to go on earlier. So hold on, y'all. Don't want this to die on me. All right. We're back at it. Eligibility period. Cash and state-funded food assistance for foreign-born victims of traffic, torture, or other serious crimes start with the date of application for eligible customers without dependents and have a certification period of 12 months. Eligible customers that have dependents follow TANF policy. Eligibility for TANF begins the 30th day after the date of application and certification period of 12 months. Redetermination of eligibility. Cash and state-funded food assistance, EDGs, are to be reviewed at the end of the initial 12-month certification period. Although eligible VTTC customers receive state-funded cash and food assistance, they must continue to meet financial and non-financial eligibility under TNF and SNAP policy, and the individual who is a victim of trafficking, torture, or other serious crimes will continue to receive benefits unless the individual has been denied on his or her application for visa or asylum, or has not filed a formal application for status pursuant to Section 1101A, 15T, 1101A, 15U, or 1158, or Title 8 of the United States Code within 1 year after the date of the individual's application for cash or state-funded food assistance. Exception: the department may extend the individual's eligibility beyond the initial 12-month certification period if it has been determined and verified that during the year of initial eligibility, the individual has experienced a health crisis, has been able, after unreasonable attempts to obtain necessary information from a third party, or has other circumstances that prevented the individual from completing his or her application status. signed by Grace B. Hou, H-O-U, Secretary of Illinois Department of Human Services. Non-citizen victims of trafficking, torture, or other serious crimes. Then they have special units. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Y'all crazy as a motherfucker to be worrying about any other country but America. Y'all crazy as hell. Don't come to me about no other country when we are getting fucked right here in the United States of America. And this is a blue city. This is the Democratic city. This is not a Republican city. And this is what they own. You can look at this stuff yourself. I don't want to hear, well, they both ain't shit. They both crap. After y'all been voting this way for 40 years, after y'all done let all these people get whatever they want, are y'all stupid? Yes. Yes, we are. If you just don't like Trump personally, then okay. Just say that. But to sit here and say that what he's trying to do is withhold federal funding because we're getting fucked. Black America, we're getting fucked like motherfuckers. Y'all are like, these people legit lie. I watched Jeanette Taylor the other day and Senator Robert Peters talk about Trump and Trumpism and talk about what he's trying to do. Meanwhile, what are we on? Can somebody please? Anybody. Victims of trafficking, torture, or other serious crime. You basically just got to show up and act like you don't speak English, that you done came anything. You still bring a newspaper article, bam, cash. Meanwhile, we can't get no help because we are oppressed, and the systematic racism is the reason why we are still dealing with this type of stuff. So that is why we have to continue to fight and fight. Fight for what? Fight for what? What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? I just want to know what we fighting for. What are we fighting for? I would like to know what we fighting for. What's she fighting for? What's she fighting for? She making sure all her people in the 22nd Ward get whatever they need. And she got Kwame Raoul phone number, our Attorney General, who is an illegal Haitian. He Haitian. Right here. Look at this line. What this here right here. List the line. I mean, it's packed. They say people spending the night. All of the torture survivors, all of the torture survivors, trafficking, torture, and other serious crimes. Now, Lita ain't say she ain't run for anything. She just said, Lita, who was from Afghanistan and has been living in suburban Skokie for more than a year, said she hoped to renew her food stamps and Medicaid benefits for her and her 4 children and her husband. So it's six of them. A total of 6 of them. After 2 failed attempts to get benefits for the facility, she went back for a third time at 2 a.m. with a small camping chair. Okay? And she's trying to get benefits for her and her 6 of them. So because she's living in suburban Skokie. But she pulled up here because y'all can get it. If you're a non-citizen, you can get it through trafficking, the victims of trafficking, torture, and other serious crimes program. She ain't Lita cool. Basically, Lita just saying like, girl, they did not be like, we living good. We living in Skokie, you know, everything cool, everything copacetic. They probably got like them a little gas station or something, but we just need the food cash assistance because we're trying to get some food and stuff to put in our gas station and stuff like that. And you know, we're just trying to we in our own lane, and they just keep denying us, and that's crazy because I'm just trying to get it renewed. Like I'm just trying to get it renewed. And this our tax dollar. This is our tax dollar, and you got Pastor Hall and the other coon black politicians throwing barbecues on the south side and the west side, while Jesse Fuentes of 26th Ward hooking up the non-citizens with the food assistance, the cash assistance, the housing assistance, the health assistance. But you got the black organizers, politicians, saying that we're fighting for our life because we ain't got no federal funding coming in from Trump because he's trying to hurt us and hurt the black and brown. But the brown getting everything. The brown getting everything in Humboldt Park. Afghanistan people, southern border, Venezuela, Mexicans, even Puerto Ricans, even Puerto Ricans, even though Puerto Rico is part of the state, but they can't vote, but even Puerto Ricans, because she's gonna help out. She's gonna help out her people too now. Yeah, so we gotta vote them out. There's no way in the world that you can continue to let these people sell you this bullshit ass, scamming ass dream and try to say that we oppressed in 2025. I'm not oppressed at all. I need them to settle my case. I need them to settle my case over there. They violated the 5th Amendment. They violated the 14th Amendment. They violated my First Amendment. I got a whole separate lawsuit against Toni Preckwinkle, all them. I need my money because y'all got money for this. Y'all got money to put on these scams right here. But when it comes to the seniors getting shot up yesterday, we ain't got no money for that. And you cannot bring the National Guard here because crime is down. And Trump is a racist. And the Republicans are racist. And they're billionaires. And they're trying to take everything away from us. Meanwhile, Lita from Afghanistan, with her 4 kids and her husband, just try to get they stamps and they cash assistance renewed through the torture survivor grift scam through the Illinois Department of Human Services, the victims of trafficking, torture, or other serious crimes. But we got to keep hope alive. We got to keep hope alive. Yeah. We have to get the National Guard in here. And while we get the National Guard in here, we need to get the feds in here because it's time for these forensic audits. We need to audit every department, every ward, every ward, every department, CPS, CTU, the nonprofits, these interrupters, disruptors. Now, we want these people to start resigning or going to jail. Y'all committing one big RICO and trying to put it and try to make it like Trump is the most hated man, like he's the one doing this. What? Y'all stole all the money. Y'all fucked up all the church's money. Y'all fucked up. We will continue to be hoes to y'all tricks. We're tricking. The taxpayers tricking. And y'all want to keep talking about this racial divide and this systematic this. The systematic racism is happening within the Democratic elites in the House niggas, right? So they're keeping it. The Democratic Party is keeping this systematic racism bullshit going. Because people like this piece of white shit that y'all continue to praise, yeah, he keeps the systematic racism bullshit going. That's who does it. You know who else was keeping the systematic racism going? I'm gonna show y'all who else was keeping the systematic racism bullshit going. Pressed. Who's depressed? Give my money. Settle my cases. Bring my family a bag of money. Y'all think? Like, I studied y'all for 2 years. 2 years. I know everything. Y'all think y'all getting back in office? Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all want to take it there? I told y'all every time I was on that mic. I used to be a savage. Nigga, what? This piece of white shit too. Like that, he kept this systematic racism bullshit going in the Democratic Party. They best of friends. I can act like they want to know. They best friends. See who else kept the systematic racism going? In the Democratic Party in Chicago, believing that they fighting for us and fighting for the greater good while they're all rich and getting all types of money. Tell you who else kept the systematic racism bullshit going on in this city. That y'all still, I don't know what. I'm not impressed. There's no systematic racism in the city of Chicago. You're dealing with gatekeepers and then whoever they report to on their side because they're slaves to this motherfucking plantation. I'm not. I'm freed and I'm up. I've been free. I can't be bought. Settle my fucking cases. Let's see who else. Like father, like son. Like father, like son. Like father, like son. Like father, like son. Yes. These two. Okay. This what kept the systematic racism in the Democratic city going with that. And they have people like, let me get them. Let me show y'all. I'm almost done, y'all. Just want to get a few of the, you know. So they kept coons like this in. I'm back, y'all. It'll take people like this, right? Keep people like coon as Timothy Evans in, the chief judge, who can't help anybody because he's a slave to the machine. He's a slave to the daily machine. So he can't do nothing anyway, but just continue to hurt us, hurt his own people for that paycheck and that pension and for photo ops. Yes. Piece of shit, Timothy Evans, still in there lying. I was just at that Cook County Board finance meeting. People getting locked up in domestic relations for contempt of courts. Money grab. They put a contempt of court on my mother because she was speaking out about what was going on and was trying to get some type of help. And so Lisa Madigan, somebody told her to put charge on my mother. Then she hurried up and quickly resigned when the FBI, when it came to talk to my mother. So I said, yeah, it's a real situation going on. Yeah, ain't nobody playing. So yeah, you got him, he part of this machine on both sides, daddy machine and the son machine. Give it up for Timothy Coon Evans. Next up. And there people out here line dancing with them, taking pictures with these pieces of shit. And they can't do nothing for y'all. Can't do anything for you. You have a real issue and a real problem. They hands aside. Give it up for Jesse White. Jesse White's piece of shit ass. If you sign up all the black people to donate their organs, we're gonna keep you in there as the Illinois secretary for as long as you want, and we're gonna make sure we give whatever you want to the tumblers and stuff like that. But you gotta make sure you sign up all the black people to donate their organs now, and we're gonna keep you in there for forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Yes. And we need all of the black men's organs. We need all of the black men's organs because we're gonna do the victim and the torturing daily. We're gonna do the police torture. We're gonna let the cops torture the black and brown. So we need to get the money off the organs and stuff. So you be a good African American, Jesse White, and you get them all signed up. Because this is a hero. It's a hero to our people. Jesse White. Yes, a boomer coon. Question. All those victims of trafficking and torture, especially the torture, all them tortures that Daley did, they don't qualify for the victims of trafficking, torture, or other serious crimes. You only can be a non-citizen. But we're pulling it. What's next up? Toni Preckwinkle. Toni Dwayne. She got a $4 million lawsuit that she got to pay out. Y'all know about that? Y'all know about that $4 million lawsuit? That's why she had to run again. She got to get this money back up. She owed this lady $4 million for cheating to get Lamont Robinson in office. Toni Preckwinkle. Big dyke. Big dyke. Zeus ran to he went over to one of them Asian countries. Got him a whole new wife, young baby Zeus Preckwinkle. He said, "You keep the name, bitch. I'm gone." He was fucking bitches anyway. Kids crazy anyway. Son lost his mind. I'm gone. And Zeus ain't look back. This right here, she needs to go. Get her out. She ain't got nothing for you. She don't care. She let Cornell, she let the condo association vote her out and take her whole condo away from her. So she definitely don't give a fuck about y'all houses and losing them and anything like that. Why would she care? All she care about is pussy. What we got? Next up. What else we got? Yeah. I'm going to sell out all of 79th Avenue, 79th Street. I don't care. I don't care as long as I just, talk to my seniors and give them Valentine's Day cards and you get some toys or help them get them a little, I don't know, little turkey or something like that. I'm gonna have all of 79. Give it to whoever I want to give it to. You can have it, please. Just can't help our own. I give it to anybody, please, anybody. It's millionaire Michelle Harris of the A Board, part of the machine. Daily put her in there. She can't do nothing for us. She's part of the machine. She's a puppet to the machine. Strings. These are boomer coons, Generation X coons, AKA coon. That's Alpha Kappa Alpha coon. It's the Alpha Kappa Alpha coon right here. Let me see if I can get her with her AKA stuff on. She rep her shit. She rep her set. She probably I gotta catch her when she's strolling. I know I seen her at the they all together. Just before she cut her hair. We're gonna put this out here because I know for sure we got what we got. Yeah, this is an Alpha Kappa. This is an Alpha coon right here. Juliana Stratton too. Alpha Kappa Alpha coon. Alpha Kappa Alpha coon. And we got Day Party Coleman. There we go. And the AKA Skiwee. Service. Strolling and not doing a motherfucking thing. strolling and not helping the community, strolling and selling out the community, out alphas. Woo! You can't do that. You can't do that. I can't do what? Because y'all ain't doing a motherfucking thing. Ski-wee. Ski. All that shit y'all be doing. Hey, don't give a fuck about the community at all. Yes, but keep them in. We gotta keep them in. We gotta keep them in because we are oppressed and we are dealing with systematic racism. Yes, Juliana Stratton, Lieutenant Governor. I didn't do a motherfucking thing. JB Pritzker's good African American. Yes. Michelle Harris, sell out all A for it. My baby Coleman, Day Party Coleman. We're gonna be at the Ingle Music Fest. We're gonna be turned up. But Inglewood looking like little Venezuela, little Mexico. We gotta figure this out. Yeah. Oh, and they part of the Do Nothing Black Caucus. Do you know about the Do Nothing Black Caucus? Do you know about the Do Nothing Black Caucus? The Chicago Black Caucus of doing nothing? What do they do? Nothing for the black people? Nothing at all. We don't do anything for the black. No. We don't do anything. Why would you think we would do anything? What? Us? Yes. You think what we supposed to do? For niggas? Oh no, we oppressed. No. We have parties for you. We're gonna throw you a little, we'll invite you to the party, invite you to the event. But like, we talking about actually going out there and doing something for the people, for black people. Oh no, we don't do that. No, that's too much like right. No. Do Nothing Black Caucus. Everybody to Do Nothing Black Caucus need to be voted. They can't even have a Black Caucus. The Chicago City Council Black Caucus. What are you for? What do y'all do? What do you do? Nothing. We do nothing for the black community at all. Nothing at all. Can't do nothing for you. We'll throw you out some candy for the big Bud Billiken parade, but that's about it. We really can't. We'll throw you a resolution at the 4-hour resolution city council meeting before they get to real business, but they really can't get to real business because none of them don't show up to work. Who we got next? The bastard of the displacement of the 27th ward. I don't know shit, Walter Burnett, when it comes to asking him anything. But guess who helped get him in? The bank robber. Guess who helped get the bank robber in? Guess who was his mentor? Jesse White. You know what's special about Jesse White? How much of a coon this man has been. He's a nice coon, he smiles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He'll help you if you like close with him and you really need to get and you don't feel like waiting in no lines to get y'all license or anything. He definitely will get you up in there with no appointment. He's done it plenty of times for our mother. He can't do shit else, but he can do that. He can make a phone call, they'll let him do that. Now, he started in Cook County Record of Deeds, so Recorder of Deeds. So he was helping fucking up deeds a long time. You understand? So he's one of the big reasons why we don't our communities is messed up, but the deeds, the deeds and the snatching of the deeds and the deed theft and so much deed theft is because of him. And then he went on to get this job as Secretary of State because they had to continue to install the people, and he has helped be one of the biggest organ harvest people in the state of Illinois, Jesse White. And they just named a building after this, gave him a building. This piece of shit just got a building named after him. He's got that rec center over there, not too far from Cabrini Green. You know, yeah. But at the end of the day, he's really some shit. Really some shit. I don't give a fuck how many tumbles that he can do. I don't care what he has fucked our community up to, and y'all just brush it under the rug. What the fuck wrong with y'all? But it's the Republicans, though. It's Trump. We're fighting for our democracy. We're fighting for our democracy. And we got Alderman Hall, you know, he's a trans prostitute fighter. That's what he's really, that's his real thing. He's fighting against the prostitution, the trans prostitution that's happening in Auburn Grisham. Now, the trans prostitution problem that's happening in Auburn Grisham is this is his problem. That's his battle. Matter of fact, let's see if I can get it up here. Let's see right here. Yeah, this is a trans. See, he's gonna fight those trans battles. He's fighting for even though this is his domestic issue, this is his own domestic struggle and fight within himself, but we'll go with the narrative, what he's saying. See if I can get this up. Yes, he's a trans fight. He be out here fighting the good fight. He ain't gonna fight nothing else. He ain't gonna fight. He don't want to sit and talk with my family, with him letting them knock that building down on his watch and telling my godfather, hey, well, he was knock that building down. Slow face David Moore. I'm currently suing him too because he got me blocked on social media, and he can't do that because he's a public servant. So yeah, that's one of my many lawsuits over there. So you see, these are all winnable lawsuits, but they don't want me to have the money because they already know. But y'all don't have to release that money sooner or later because my president is going to make sure that my money is okay. Before I start this, hold on. Never mind. Now, David Moore I don't know how he got in office, but David Moore has autism. And he shows it every time. And I'm not saying, at the end of the day, he's disabled and he has the right to work as well. But I don't think in the capacity as an alder person.
And on 75th and Halsted, this prostitution is starting back up. I've called CPD after about an hour or so, or 45 minutes an hour. They came out. They told a couple of the cars to move, but as you can see, this is what my residents are dealing with early in the morning when they're going to work and everything like that. And so this can't happen. And we're going to shut it down again. This has been shut down for several years. This is Alderman David Moore. I can't back out here again. Residents called me at around 4:45, and on 75th and Halsted, this prostitute.
Prostitution. That's his prostitution problem. He knows that lady.
He knows that lady. After about an hour or so, or 45 minutes an hour, they came. Early in the morning when they're going to work and everything like that. And so this can't happen. And we're going to shut this down again.
You gotta start paying them.
Shut down for several years now. My residents have been calling. And again,
that's what you like. That's what you like.
Not going to have this. We're not we're going to identify these plates of these cars who are coming to pick up these transvite prostitutes and all of that stuff, and we're going to clean this. We're going to keep it clean. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. And so, if the police can't get rid of it, we'll get rid of it. The residents will get rid of it. So when somebody walk up to your car. Yeah. The police out here to stay out here. This is
now that's his problem. And the police station is right down the street, but they know there is more girls. Why would the police be fighting a domestic relation problem with the alderman when they know that that's what he like and that's what he gets down and he don't like to pay? If he start paying his girls, they wouldn't be out there like that. You gotta pay your girl. You can't be. Come on, man. And you got it. Don't try to sit here and say you ain't got it. Don't try to say this anymore. You got it now. You stay with your mom. So, I mean, at this point, you ain't paying nothing. Show this with y'all. The last person is your dad. Maybe more like that. That's his speed. That's his speed. Mm-hmm. He battles with it. I get a lot of these Black men are battling with their sexuality. That's why they doing what they acting the way they act. So you're dealing with bad bitches. You're dealing with bad bitches. These are not real men. These are bad bitches. These are bad bitches that are in the political wrong. Like this is what you're dealing with. Okay, this is okay. There's one right here. They had to let her go. They had to let her go because she was gonna start telling. She started telling the real story. Charges dropped like this. So yeah, this is what he liked. His battles what he liked. So yeah, that lady was the victim, and she waiting for her money, and she out there. She on his head. Out there on them streets. Okay, and he probably feeling a little jealous because other people stopping and saying what's up with her. But she out there for David Moore. David Moore, that's what he likes. But no shaming in that. Just do what you do. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, all I know is that we are amongst a bunch of Black, incompetent people in these alderman positions, in these state rep positions, in these Senate positions, and they need to be removed. And they're all Democrats. And that's just what it is. And anybody who hangs with them, talks to them, wants to be around them, they are part of the problem too. Even if they say themselves a Republican, there's no way in the world you could sit and talk with motherfuckers who's fucking up our communities and are not acknowledging it. Like real talk. Y'all gonna have to start taking some type of accountability and doing right. But y'all can't do right because y'all are part of this systematic racism or oppression situation that y'all have right here in Chicago. Y'all have taken an oath to this machine, and the machine is the reason why you guys cannot help out the Black community and the Black Chicago, South Side, West Side, or Black people in general when they have a real issue. Is because y'all took the oath not to help us. Y'all took the oath to take everything away from us and to continue to keep this cycle going that we are oppressed and the white man is the problem and stuff like that. And the white man is not the problem, because if the white man was the problem, like y'all say, then the white man was the problem, he would not be so vocal in our community. This is a problem. Now, this white man is a problem. He is part of this machine. He's part of the systematic machine. He is a problem. This white man right here. These two white men right here. At least, though, I will say this. They would have settled my case. They would have never let me get it to this far. They wouldn't even want the America to know that y'all done fucked up. All over some land that Daley Jr. promised to Qualkenbush with the help of Terry Peterson and Latasha Thomas. And they thought that they were going to just ignore and not pay. And then people started retiring and leaving and all those type of things. So because of that, they really couldn't, all of it's coming to a head. They can't hide it anymore. So to sit here and talk about Trump is the problem. Nah, Trump ain't the white man. Trump not the white man, it's the problem. Father Flager is the white man, that's the problem. Daley Junior white man, that's the problem. Right here, this white man is a problem too. This white man is a real problem. Y'all need to really take this white man up out of here. This white man is a super problem. Okay, this white man, y'all gotta take this white man out of here too. That white man is a problem. Let's see who else is a problem. This white man. This white man, a problem. Like, we're gonna talk about the white, yeah, these are the white men that are a problem, and they're all Democrats. Okay? Talk about another white man that's a problem. Another white man that's a problem. A white man that's a problem. Another white man that's a problem. Hold on, y'all. Crazy right here. I'm trying to get this other white problem. So I gotta get my money so I can get me a laptop that's let's see. Coming up. I don't really want to talk about this white problem right here. Toni Preckwinkle. It's Toni Dwayne. This right here, this white man a problem right here. It's a big problem. Hell, that white man, that's a problem. He just straight lied about the whole gerrymandering. Yeah, big lie. Big lie. What are we going to talk about? That's a big lie. So yeah, so that's what we on. Niggas stealing big money. So, in conclusion, I don't care about nothing else. So yeah, God bless, good luck. Look at all these people. These people are absolutely terrible. They're not good for the community. They're not good for anybody. And that's about it. Peace.